Hey guys, good morning. So, I got my awesome helper.
Hey! Freaking ready to check.
So what we're gonna do is I have the deck lid on the car. It's flat sheet metal right now, and I'm gonna roll it so that it's. We're gonna run it through the English wheel so I can get a little bit of a curve on it. It's too flat on the back of the panel, and I want it to kind of have like a radius or whatever the hell you want to call it on there. So I'll get that pulled off, and I should have taken that off first, but let's stop the video here. Watch it, that's gonna fall down.
Okay.
So we had some technical difficulties. This piece right here, it didn't break, but it's not working right, and I don't use it anyway. So what I did is I ended up taking the grinder and cleaning it up and throwing a big spot weld on there. That way it's welded and this won't move now. And this is the cam lock to tighten it up and down. But you also have this, yeah, you gotta go lower so they can see. So that you also have this right here, which is your adjuster up and down, and then these are Acme threads. So when you turn this once, it goes up a lot. It's not just like a normal bolt where if you barely turn it, it barely moves. This thing, you barely turn it, it moves a lot. So it's, you know, the Acme threads, you can really move it up and down where you want it to be. But we're gonna go ahead and try to roll it now because we were having some problems with that, but now we just tried it before we turned the camera on and it's working good. So what's wrong?
Oh, it looks a little crooked again.
I need to put
I
some
gotcha.
shims in here.
Yep, you
So,
need to shim it. That's
I
right.
don't know why somebody put them on the outside. When I got this wheel, this was like this, so, and I don't know. It's not a big deal. But I'll do that after we're done doing this. I know it rolls good like that though, so.
Yeah, I just think extra play.
But anyways, so I started rolling this, and I want to take this over here and show you. You could already see that this panel is starting to crown up a little bit. It was completely flat, and now it's starting to crown. You like that 3D effect I just did right there?
Ooh, that was awesome.
It's like when you go to the 3D
Am I going to
movies.
be in the way?
I don't know.
You're usually in the way.
Turn that camera a little bit so you can see. I don't know. I think it's all right.
I think I'm in the way. Let me, is that a
You
little
gotta
better?
turn the camera this way.
Turn it this way? Oh my gosh, you're a bad director.
No, loosen.
Do it. You're so grumpy. Is your tape where it need to be? Oh, that's so much better.
And push down this as you're doing it. There you go. You're fighting me really bad, so you need to push down on your that hand right there. Push down,
Okay.
not a whole bunch. But I'm trying to move it over and over and over, and you're like pulling it that way.
Okay.
You're trying to stay in the middle, so
Yep.
we need to walk it out, you know. And then
Got
we're gonna do this side too. So.
Okay, sounds
Down. Man, I keep turning my corner, okay?
alright.
Down.
So that downward pressure helps too.
Yep. When you push downward pressure on the English wheel, the wheel, I can't turn here, you gotta go this way. It'll start pushing that panel, it'll put a crown in it, so. And that's what we want. Go ahead and come all the way off,
Okay.
and then go over, right to the middle. Right there. Now put your foot on the English wheel, and then hold it down, and I'm gonna come to you, so there you go. Okay? Now same thing, on your right hand, push down. Oops, watch your finger.
Yeah, this thing's gonna catch me. I'm gonna grab over here.
Just don't let that do that every time, okay?
Our fantastic mods there. Okay. Actually help a lot, but they're kinda in the way on some of the bigger panels.
Yeah, but when you have a small shop, you gotta make do with what you got, and stuff is in the way all the time, so you can't have 50 tools and 50 stands, and now you don't have a shop.
Right?
A little bit more.
Okay.
See? Now that we've done this for 4.5 hours, she's finally getting it.
Oh, shut your face.
Perfect.
I know. Freaking natural.
Natural psycho.
I probably just got to smooth it off me too.
All right, no, don't let it roll off that panel. There you go. Watch it. Keep going, babe. Pay attention. Ah, there you go. All right, look at that. See, now it's really crowning, and then I'm gonna put another wheel in there. You can see it's really crowning that panel now. See? And then what I'm gonna do is put another wheel in there, and then we'll crown some more. That might be enough though. Huh?
Let's hold it up there and take a look. I'm gonna
Right.
grab your
Camera lady.
Yeah, I don't even know how to take this thing off.
It's kind of a pain in the ass. Hold on. Jerry.
I don't think the majority of the population these days even knows what a Jerry's
Huh.
is.
Gotta get my gloves on.
I'm doing a shout out to Broseph Russell.
Rosepi! Orale vato!
Is he newly married? Or
Yes, he
something?
is. Congratulations, brother.
All right.
And then this one here, we're gonna have to roll this way so that it meets this back window here. So
Okay.
yeah, see we got a flat spot right here.
Yep.
Big flat spot right there. And then what I'll do is I'll put the other wheel on it, the flat wheel, and then we'll knock all these ridges and lines and stuff out of here.
Okay.
But you can see now it's like a turtle deck like this, where it's, you know, actually crowned a lot. And like I said, we'll crown that last, so that from here up to there, we're gonna take and roll that way, so it comes from that window and then comes up, kind of humps up a little bit and then comes back down.
Right. I was trying to find a good way to show that flat spot. Like we can see it. I'm not
Yeah,
sure if the
see,
camera
I don't know
can
if you
see
can see
it.
that in the camera. There's a bad flat spot right here. There's a couple bad flat spots, but that's just from rolling it real tight. And then I'll put that flat wheel in there, and then we'll roll it with the flat wheel real tight, and it'll smooth it out really nice. And then if I have to, I'll run this in the planishing hammer a whole bunch, you know, run it back and forth, and that'll take like an hour on this panel.
Yay.
Yeah, it's great. So I have a flat spot in the panel where we just rolled this, and we're gonna roll the other side now and try to get it a little bit better than the left side's good, the right side's a little flat. So put your foot on the wheel on the bottom.
Yep.
There you go. Same thing, and pull down on this a little bit, okay? I think that was the problem is when we were first doing this. And see, now you know how far to skip over.
Yeah.
You know, and then watch, see that right there's gonna hit, so you gotta be careful when we go back to you, okay? Perfect.
There was even a spot that hadn't even hit.
We're lifting this up too hard. You can see what it's doing. We're putting these huge grooves in there.
All right. Well,
They're like
let's
trash.
get this- I feel like
Come this way. Come towards me. Take it all the way out.
Okay. Okay, show the, you can see it on this side really good. Right here. I'm showing you all the grooves.
All right, take the panel, woman.
Okay. God, you're grumpy.
Here,
Grumpy wolf.
put your foot on the bottom. There you go. That's way better. You can put that out. So.
Yeah, you gave me the problem end. Way to go. Oh, watch your fingers.
Yeah, do not get your fingers in here. If you ever get your fingers crushed on an English wheel, you'll be hating life. It'll smash it flat as a pancake.
We might be counting it a little much, maybe.
That's what I want. So I can always uncrown it.
You know, it's uncommon.
Kind of like a couple people would like to do that too. Uncrown a face.
Oh my gosh. A little Tuesday morning aggression for you, see, now it's way too much.
Yep, so we'll do the same thing here.
Okay?
See, now it's strong. See how that tightens the metal up? Okay, go. Now we're doing the same thing. Pushing down like that, and then back and forth. Same deal. Don't go over that center line, okay? All the way to the end too, if you can, okay? Pull down your right hand. There we go, we got it now. That just stretch the hell out of this. I know this is kind of a boring video, but I figure we'll show you what we're doing in the shop today, so up to you.
We're a little off center, but I think we can make it work.
Yeah, we gotta hit this side a little bit more. Right on my hand. Oh, woo!
What'd you do?
Slid my hand on the metal.
Silly. It's because you wear mechanics gloves and not leather gloves. I recommend leather gloves. That's a lot better. Let's lay it on there.
I'm gonna get your camera.
Did you just undo all that fantastic stuff we just did?
You can't. See?
Alright,
It was
let's
just
see.
crowned a little much.
Mm-hmm.
And so uncrown it a little bit. Yeah, I think we're good there.
Okay.
And then when you run that other wheel on here, that
Flat wheel?
that flat wheel, so that we can smooth some of these marks out of here. And then it'll lay it down a little bit more, so it's not so curved.
You see all the,
So you can see how much it curved the panel right there.
yeah. I wanted to hold it back up the other way. You can really see on this side all the little grooves that cause it to.
It's completely flat, and that's just to smooth out marks. And if you have a panel that's radiused a little bit too much, and you get kinks in it or anything like that, it'll smooth it out and lay that panel down flat. It's the same thing as taking a hammer and dolly and hammering it, going through that panel and blasting it with a hammer and smoothing it out. And then now, on this Harbor Freight English wheel, all you have to do is pull the die out. And then as soon as you get the one that you want, it has these notches right here. And it just drops in there like this. And then you can tighten it back up.
Now this is just going to smooth the panel. It's not going to flatten it back out again, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
And the biggest thing is, I see where people have problems with English wheels when they use them is they try to tighten them too much, and it ends up flexing it really bad right here. This one's never been braced. I actually need to do that on this one, but you don't need to tighten it that tight. I mean, you can tighten it just a little bit and watch that panel start to crown, and it doesn't take much. So if you want to get that shut down. So we went ahead and moved these arms out of the way for the shrinker stretcher that's on the English wheel right here. They were hitting, and I didn't want her to hit her fingers, so. Yeah, now she's just tripping. Breaking her neck.
Yeah, it's all good.
What up? Yeah, just watch your feet. Underneath. Now we need to go all the way to the whole length of the panel.
Okay. I'll let you tell me for guiding me.
I'm staying right in the middle right now. So.
Really fluffy, you know.
Why'd you stop?
For the thunder stopping.
You're not stopped. Go all the way to the end.
Sometimes you stop for adjustments. Sometimes you stop and adjust things, so.
No, I'll tell you when it's done.
Okay.
And then you want to try not to go off the end of the panel too, because when you do that, it ends up leaving like a little crease on the panel that you got to hammer out. And the less you have to hammer out, the better. You know, if you can get it nice and smooth, See, like right now, it's smoothing out. Is that a word?
Sure it is.
It's getting smoother.
On my end, you're gonna have to let me leave for a second because we have a crease right now. I think we just got it. No, I can work the crease out.
You just go wherever you want to go until you get to the end, okay?
All right.
Back and forth, forward.
Yeah, it's super fun. But when you do this with someone you love, it's quality time.
Right.
Alright. Just trying to up our ratings with a little romance.
They'll probably, kick us off for being porno or something.
Potentially. It's really cool though how you can watch the creases walk right off the end.
Yep. All right, hold up. See, I'm gonna go ahead and go right off right here. Turn. Right. Now come to me. See, look at that, how smooth that is.
Oh, what a difference.
Yeah, let me show that to the camera. And you can see now how smooth this panel is. It's like glass. I mean, you can see the lines where we rolled it in the camera, but like it's super smooth now. I mean, you can feel nothing in there. There's no bumps or jumps or nothing like that. So makes it nice. If you want to go ahead and shut that camera off, they don't want to watch all this crap. So
Okay.
I don't want it to be boring. So if you can see all these Sharpie marks on here, and what we're doing now is we're running this in the planishing hammer. It's gonna be really loud, I'm sorry about that, but there's nothing we can do about that. The planishing hammer is just a hammer that hits on the top and a die on the bottom, and this is the flat die. The other ones have radius dies here, but I'm not using that because that's what you use to stretch the metal with, and right now what I'm trying to do is flatten out the metal. And we'll go ahead and do that. It's gonna be loud.
If we flip that, will it work or no?
What's that?
To
What?
straighten it, can we flip it? To straighten
I
it?
have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh. Sorry.
Which way?
Like work it from the underside,
No,
and that won't work.
no, I gotta be able to have it where it's hitting on the top. So.
Okay, yeah, I'm new to the planishing hammer thing. We've done the English wheel a little bit, but planishing hammer is different.
Lift up. Ready? Huh? So I'll pull this out. I gotta look at it real quick anyway, so, but it's smoothing it out nice right there. And so, right here, where we just worked this area, now that's like glass, nice and smooth. We had the marks from the English wheel in there, and now that's all smoothed out. And there's a couple little marks in there still, but we're gonna keep working on it. But I don't want you guys to have to listen to the noise, so. Anyways, thanks for watching. So today I've been working on getting the trunk area fixed or finished, and then we're gonna roll the top in just a minute. Heidi's gonna help me with that. But I got the car in the back right here up to ride height, where when you're driving down the highway, this is where it'll be. And I'm shaping the fenders. So let me move this out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. Sorry about that. So I'm shaping the fenders so you can see how high it'll be off the ground. And these, obviously the fenders are not gonna go, all the way out here. They're gonna be cut back into like right here somewhere, where it just barely goes back behind the car. Like the Glen Rid drawing, rendering Inzi Mopar did for us. But so we're shaping the fenders to match the picture right now. And it'll be pretty cool because when you pull into a parking lot or something and you got these big fenders like this, and you drop the air in the airbags. And I'm just doing this with a jack right now, just so you can see what I'm doing. You can kind of see how the car will sit down on the ground. And then that's gonna be when you're like sitting in a parking lot or whatever, that'll be how low the car's gonna be sitting, you know, where the fenders are almost literally sitting on the ground, like 2 inches from the ground. It's gonna be pretty badass looking. So now what I did is I took the buck that I made out of conduit and I transferred that to metal or to steel. And this is cold rolled 1/4 inch round rod, and it's solid rod. And then you can form it and you can see it's sitting on the table. And then I got the other fender here. This is for the front. This is actually the inside part for the front. And then, you know, the fender will go like right here, way up like this, swooping over. But been messing with that. And then this is the buck here that I made for that fender. I've had that for a couple days. But slow progress. As soon as I get some more done on this thing, I'll try to give you guys another update. Thanks for watching.